back.
Welcome back.
Alright, so to get you guys a little bit familiar, it should be on the main page right now. And just to go over kind of what Maids RPG is, it's just kind of a something I ran into last year, and one of the things that you guys can find it the game's kind of anime-based style, and it's using a dice 6. Basically, top right, roll 20.
You can also pop it out if you have like a dual monitor set up or anything.
Yep, and I highly recommend that.
I'm getting double broadcast, I think, from... Brandon, you need to turn off your broadcasting, I think. Messing with my sound.
Oh yeah, so go into settings and you can say I want to broadcast nothing.
I'll have to just turn off. I'm not receiving it anymore, never mind. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. I went and you can go to the top right, the gear setting, and scroll down to videos and voice, and basically I just turn everything off and put the video player to names only. That way it's only mumble we're coming across. But this game is dice 6 based, so we only use a dice 6. And the way it works is you roll dice and basically multiply that by your stat score. Your entire character, except for the character's name and age, is going to be randomly generated. So we'll be going through that here in a little bit. We'll just do each one at kind of the same time. And kind of the goal for these, there's different types of scenarios, but the one we're doing is a favor race, which is basically where you guys try to help out the quote-unquote master, but also kind of try to get favor points by, you know, undermining the other players or, you know, doing things, etc. The game also has a penalty system. Basically, we'll roll up your spirit, which is kind of like your HP, your hit points. And based on losing spirit, if you get stressed out, you actually end up taking penalties based on real world time. So let's say you got to like a -10. You would be stressed out and have to do whatever your stress explosion is, which is like a role-playing thing. Like maybe you cry all the time or something like that. For 10 actual real-world minutes. So it's good to have a clock. And since we're on computers, it's kind of there. So we'll go over a couple of the handouts that I made on the journal tab before. There's a brief thing. It says, what is a Maids RPG? Just kind of goes over the game. There's the rolling the dice, which kind of shows you some of the different dice rolling. This actually, because it uses D6 for everything, it also uses D6 as a 10 and a 100. So if it says, you know, roll a hundreds, it's a D666, where it uses the first D6 as the hundreds place, the second as the tens place, and the third as the ones place. There's a glossary of game terms, which is just generic stuff that most of you guys probably already know. Basically, the two that are going to be important, and the one that's going to be important later on, is the Games Rules tab. That one talks about the action resolution. And the basic mechanic of this game is when something happens that requires some kind of dice roll. So you're trying to do something and somebody's opposing you or something's opposing you and you need to, you know, make sure you can accomplish that task. You roll a dice, multiply that dice by your score. So if it's an athletic thing, you maybe, you know, and you roll a die 6 and you get a 2, you'd multiply 2 by 2 and get 4. And then it's based your success or not is determined based on the score, arbitrary score that I give it, on how difficult I think it might be. So if you actually open up, let's actually see if I can do this. There you go. The game rules should have popped up on all your screens if you didn't have it open already. And combat works pretty much the same way. Weapons in this game, you guys will each get a weapon, but they're not really, there's no stats associated with those weapons. It's just kind of like show. Really, your combat is opposed. It might be like opposed athletics versus opposed athletics, or athletics versus cunning, or luck, or something like that, based on how you guys can spin it in roleplay. And then, so that's kind of explained as the second item down there. And the attack power is basically 1d6 times the attribute that you're using, just like your skill checks. But you're opposing the other player or the other NPC or monster or whatever. And this is where, depending on what happens, you might take stress damage. Now, one important aspect that we'll get to is also your guys' maid uniform. Because you're maids, you basically get your attributes from wearing your maid uniform. So if at any time you're not wearing parts of your maid uniform, you take penalties. And you'll see that as the... can you guys see that? That says GM notes, so I don't know if I made it visible to you guys or not.
In what?
On the game rules.
I don't see GM notes.
I see
do you see
something
where it
about
says
the
maid
maid uniform. There's
I
one
do see where it
paragraph,
says
that's
maid
it.
uniform.
Yeah,
It has a little table
uniform's
there.
the last one.
Nope, no table.
No table.
Just a paragraph, that's it.
Can I be the black butler?
No, you can't.
I don't think black people are allowed.
You're always my black butler, B. You will always be the black butler.
Confused on whether you actually think that was racist or if you guys just don't know about the anime.
I do know the anime.
I figured you did, Gators. That's why you were like, no.
Well,
I don't. I just think you're a jerk.
You'll appreciate something here in a little bit.
I'm from Louisiana. I thought we were just being racist.
Well, I already see Betsy Phantom Hive. That's what made me think about it.
Yep. Okay, give me a second to
He is one hell of a butler.
He is.
There
No,
we
I
go.
can see the table, yeah.
Yeah, I had it in the GM notes for some reason. So yes, if you're missing parts of your uniform, such as your headdress or your apron or your blouse, etc., you take penalties.
I don't see any penalties for apron or skirt.
They're tied. They're actually tied together. So
Okay,
your headdress and
gotcha.
your apron and your blouse and your skirt.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense now.
Yeah. So if you read the notes for the blouse, it says with the one-piece dress, the blouse and skirt are removed simultaneously. Well, I
And with
guess maybe
underwear.
it's just a one piece, but
If you weren't wearing underwear to begin with, there's no penalty. But if you had it on and then it got removed, that's different.
that's right. Because that's a trait you might get that you don't wear underwear.
Yeah. Well, have to, make the senpai happy.
I'm already perved out. That's good.
I need my Morphox. Hold on.
So that's the basics of the rules. Die 6, get favor, spirit stressed out, etc., etc. So now we'll actually go into the character creation.
Yay.
And if you want, you can open up the character creation handout. And what we'll kind of do is do all three of you. We'll do step 1 for all three of you, and then step 2 for all three of you, and step 3 for all three of you. That way I don't have to keep going back to the same tables because I have the GM guide on my other monitor. So the first thing you'll do is you'll roll 2 dice 6 and divide it by 3. And you're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and assign them in order to your athletics, affection, skill, cunning, luck, and will, etc. So if you have your character sheet open, you'll see the gray box that says attributes. You can actually click on the 2 dice 6 button that's right above that.
I don't
Divide
see
it by
that.
3, rounding down. So you're always rounding down.
There's no button for 2d6 above.
Yeah, there is. I'm looking at it.
Where? I don't see it.
In your
Should be right
attributes
above
box.
luck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought you were saying on the attributes tab, so... Alright.
Oh, now on the character sheet tab. Yeah, you won't actually use the attributes tab at all.
I'm confused. Clicking it does nothing.
Are you guys seeing my rolls too? I'm just clicking the button. Okay.
Yeah,
I see all your rolls. Yeah.
I don't see.
Okay, so I'm going to start rolling
Go.
for real now.
You have to switch over to the chat tab. B.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I got 10, so divide by 3.
And then
2.
round down, so it's going to be 3.
3, yeah.
I clicked it a few times, so whatever score you want to use.
Yeah, I think you need to roll one more braver. So, braver, for you, your athletics would be 3. Your affection would be 1. Your skill would be 2. Your cunning would be 1. Your luck will be 3. And your will be 3.
Right on.
And these will adjust here a little bit too, based on some other things we do.
All right, I got 2 athletics, 3 affection, skill 2, cunning 3, luck 2, and will 1.
Nice.
I got a bunch of 2s and 2 3s.
All right, so once everyone's got their attributes, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll for your maid types. And to do this, we roll a 1d6 2 times to get 2 different maid types. And we'll start with Keith.
Oh, shit, sorry. Go ahead, Keith.
All right, what am I doing? Sorry, I had to plug in my headset.
Roll 1d6 and then 1d6 again. All right, Keith, you are a cool heroine.
I used to heat mine up sometimes. I didn't notice that big of a difference.
So under maid types on your character sheet at the top right, the first one will be cool, which means you're composed or expressionless. Could also be unflappable or doll-like. And that's
I'm very fappable.
That is going to increase your skill by 1 and decrease your affection by -1. So your skill goes up 1, your affection goes down.
Yeah.
Now, being a heroine means that you're kind of earnest or single-minded, and you try, really hard to get things done. And for being a heroine, your will's going to go up 1, and your luck's going to go down 1.
Cool beans.
Okay, now Joel, if you can do the same thing, roll 1d6 and 1d6 again.
Who?
You, Joel.
I got exactly the same.
You did. Go ahead and reroll.
Oh shit. Oh, I thought I got 2 6s. So 6-2.
Okay, you are a heroine as your first maid type. So your will is going to go up 1, and your luck's going to go down 1. So +1 will and -1 luck.
Okay.
But rather than being cool, you are sexy. Your cunning goes up by 1, and your will goes down by 1.
I'm okay with this.
And being a sexy heroine, you can be either charming or, have a womanly body, glamorous, things like that. Doesn't necessarily mean you're,
Oh,
super sexy.
I'll have a womanly body.
It's up to you.
I'll have
Now,
you know.
Brayriff, you can do the same. Roll 1d6 and 1d6 again.
/R 1d6
Yep.
or something.
Yep. /R 1d6. All right. You are going to be a pure heroine. So on the top right, your maid type is pure, and your second maid type is heroine. Being pure, your affection goes up by +1, and your cunning goes down by -1.
How do you spell heroin in this context?
Heroine.
Thank you.
Yeah, with an E at the end. Heroin with an E.
Oh, I had to add the E to mine. I'm a heroin maid, you guys. I got these cheeseburgers, man.
I'm sexy and heroin. Aren't they the same thing?
Alright, and what went up and what went down? Sorry.
So let's see. For you, your affection is going to go up by 1.
Didn't mean to roll that.
And your will is going to go up by 1. And then your cunning and luck are going to go down by 1.
Damn it. Clicked the wrong thing again.
Oh, also B, just to familiarize you a little bit with the Roll20, if you look up in the top left, you should see another little toolbar, and if you hit the die button, this is just for your common knowledge, there's a little die window, and you can roll the dice directly from there as well.
Oh, right on. I see it.
Where was that? I wasn't listening.
What? No.
No, where was that? I wasn't listening. Sorry, I turned it on early.
All right. Anyone have any questions yet, or everyone still good? They got the
Yeah, where
attributes
was
down?
that? I wasn't listening.
The next step
That's it.
is our maid colors.
Can you guys not hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
You sound fucking weird.
You didn't. I can't hear you in your if you're morphing, but I just hear Joel.
No, I should be like normal right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, where did you say? Was that where you can roll dice easier than typing it out?
Oh, on the from the left bar menu up there, where you're.
Oh, right.
You of all people should know this, man.
Sweet. I don't last long in any campaign I play on this thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Shut up.
I remember the last time when you died, like while mixing a potion or something.
No, I used a potion. It was supposed to, like. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we're going to determine your guys' maid colors.
All right.
And first, we're going to do your uniform. And then we're going to do your eye color and your hair color. So, for the uniform, well, actually, each one of these is going to roll the D66. So, you can either roll 2D6, or you can use on the character sheet, the one that says D66.
Yeah, that's awesome that these buttons are included in these sheets.
Should we all just
Ignore
roll?
that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, Joel. All right, Keith, your maid color is, let's see, 5 and then 3 is beige.
Is that in the clothes tab where I put that?
That is your maid uniform. Let's see. Yeah, clothes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Braver, you're green. And Jewel, you are cream colored. So like a pasty white.
Am I typing green into clothes?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Now all three of you do the same thing, and we'll do your eye color. All right, Braver, 6 and 5. So 6 and 5. Your eye color is metallic.
Whoa.
Well, you know who's not the sexy one?
6 and 2. Your eye color is indigo. And Joel, 2 and 4. You are sky blue.
Fucking Nazi.
With a nice
Wow.
white dress, sky blue eyes.
We'll see if he gets blonde here for his hair color, right? So do it one more time for your hair color. Braver, your hair color is indigo. So like a, what is that, greenish blue?
I think it's more like a dark, deep blue.
Okay.
It's like dark violet.
There you go.
Keith, your hair color is purple. Joel's, was yours 26?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and re-roll yours, Joel. Your hair color is metallic.
How the fuck does that work? I have metal hair.
Oh no, it's just the color. Maybe like
Like
a shiny
silver?
gray, maybe. Maybe it's gray and you put glitter in it so it looks like metal, or maybe it is actually metal.
My chick is weird looking. But it says she's sexy, so I'm already attracted to her.
There you go.
I
All
don't
right,
know what my
step
girlfriend's
4.
saying, but she's mumbling in the background.
Let's see. The next step is determine your maid's special qualities. These are various physical, mental, or social traits that distinguish a maid from her fellows. Normally, maids get 2 special qualities, but the GM may increase these. We're only going to do 2. To determine the maid's special qualities, roll 1d66.
You rolled it twice, Jewel.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Oh, I thought he
Let's do one at a time. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Braver, you need to roll another d6.
A single D6?
Yeah, because I'll just add it on to the 2 that you rolled. So you got a 20, 26. All right, so let's see. Braver, 26. Braver, your maid is greedy. You'll do absolutely anything for the sake of money.
Whore.
So this is going to go on your character sheet underneath special qualities.
Got it.
And Braver, if you want to roll another D6 6 for me. 22. You are also an albino. You have no skin pigment, and you're not necessarily completely colorless. The colors we gave you are just, they're a little bit more pale than they probably are. So you can still kind of see, a hint of your hair color, but it's a little more lighter color than you would obviously have before.
An albino with metallic eyes.
And
Hey,
indigo
there you go.
hair.
Dude, I'd look fucking wicked.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
All right, let's see. Keith, 35 and 51. 35. Keith, you are a princess.
Ooh.
Aww.
You are actually the daughter of a family of an even greater standing than the master. Depending on the setting, you could even be from another country's royal family. Whether you are in disguise or not is up to you. So I'll let you determine that in a little bit once I tell you more about the scenario that we're playing. But you are a princess.
Excellent.
And what was your last one? 51. Relationship or perversion. You have a relationship to another player character / maid. To the relationship table. Roll 1d6, Keith. You used to date another character. Perhaps there are still feelings. Alternatively, you both might be seeking the love of a third person.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not sure how we're going to
Crazy.
work this one in.
Should we re-roll?
Yeah, reroll, because it's just going to be too complicated. So I'll roll D6 6 again. And again, because you're already a princess.
I can't be a double princess.
She is a queen.
Okay, you have a special accessory attached to your uniform. To the accessory table.
Doo-doo-doo.
Roll 1d6.
Pentagram.
Chains. Your maid uniform has jangling chains attached to it.
Cool.
All right, Leia.
All right, now we got to do Jules. So, Jules, yours was 41 and 65.
Yes.
41, uniform. You've managed to make a special modification to your uniform. To the uniform table. Roll 1d6. 3. Jewel, your maid uniform is actually a stylized suit of metal armor.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah. And he's hot.
And he's got metal hair.
And 65. Ooh. You can use some kind of magical power. To the magic table.
Wow, my character's pretty cool.
Yeah, that hardly seems fair.
Roll 1d6.
I have a suit of metal armor. I'm sexy. I have magic powers.
And you're also a necromancer.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
You wield magic that lets you control the souls and bodies of the dead. Your tools of the trade include skulls and black clothes.
Yet I'm a heroine. I'm a good guy.
Hey, necromancy is not inherently evil.
Yeah, they're already dead.
Many healing spells come from necromancy class, so fuck you.
Well, it fits once we get into the scenario. Because I'll give you guys a hint. You're not actually good guys.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my god.
That was a pretty big hint. My mind's kind of blown.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Step 5. There are 8 steps in total. So, let's see. Step 5. Maid roots and stress explosion. And we'll also do your maid weapon.
Just tell us what we need to roll.
So let's do this. We'll do the roots for each one of you, and then the stress explosion for each one of you, and then the weapon for each one of you. And each one of these is going to be a D6/6 roll. So everyone roll D6/6 once, and we'll do maid roots.
Brandon doesn't quite get it yet.
I hit
These-
D6/6, man.
Are you hitting the button before it or after it? Because it's the button after it.
I...
All right, so
Sorry.
this is going to go on your character
Sorry, go
sheet in
ahead.
the top right where it says maid roots. And let's see. Keith, you got a 23. You are an orphan, Keith.
An orphan princess.
So you're an orphan princess.
Oh, you have a cool story. I will help you.
Ironically, I was
you.
watching an anime yesterday where there was an orphan princess.
Awesome.
It's called the Seven Deadly Sins. This is a pretty good anime. Jules made 34. Your root is self-punishment. In order to punish yourself for your inexperience or your sins, you have taken up the job of a maid.
Ah.
Well, there's a ready-made story right there. Get it?
Do it.
Ready-made.
She'll do anything for money and must have done something awful.
My
And
necromancy.
Braver, you
Come
are
on,
an
bare knuckle
illegitimate
boxing.
child.
Oh, I thought that was brave.
I'm a bitch. You're a bastard.
You're a bastard.
Are you a bitch or a bastard if you're a female?
You're still a bastard.
Oh,
Get it right,
okay.
you bastard.
All right, now do the same thing. Each one of you roll a d6/6, and we're going to do your stress explosion. This is what happens when you get really stressed out, or in other words, when your basically spirit or hit points goes 0 or less.
Sorry, quick question. Does it matter if I put bastard or do I have to put illegitimate child?
You can put bastard. I know this is just for flavor.
Okay. What am I rolling?
D6/6. All right, Keith, 66. $66. We'll come back to. Jewel, 55. Yours is binge. You go crazy eating. So basically, when you get stressed out, you just cannot stop eating.
Real life?
Yeah.
Braver, yours is prayer. You escape through religion, relentlessly praying to heaven for protection.
I take so much issue with that, but okay.
I thought you might. You can re-roll yours. Let's re-roll yours. Yours is crying. You start crying, and there's no need for an affection check for this. So basically, when your hit points go to 0, and you guys can, when you're stressed out, you can still do actions and things. They just have to be role played towards, somehow how your stress would relate. So let's say, Braver got stressed out and he was, crying, but he wanted to go push some guy off the cliff. He could still make a roll to do that. He would just have to role play that he was crying while doing it.
I fucking hate you.
Now,
There you go.
Keith's, the reason I wanted to come back to yours, I don't know, you might want to re-roll yours, but yours is player choice. Let the player to your left decide for you.
So that would be
Oh god, please let me decide.
that would be you, right? Because it circles back to Braver.
I think it depends on who. Yeah, I guess it would be Braver, actually, in this context. So, Braver, is there something you can think of that you would want Keith to do when he was stressed out?
Yeah, there is.
Do it. Just say
Uncontrollable
it.
gas.
No, hold on. What's the word I'm looking for? Compulsive masturbator.
I knew you were gonna say that. That's hilarious.
That might fuck up the game, though.
No, let's do
I mean,
it.
that would work, but that's not an action option. Here, let me give you the options. I'll just list them real quick. Alcohol and drugs, stealing, violence, gambling, racing, teasing, mischief, running away, complaining, seclusion, crying, rampage, shopping, sleep, binge, prayer, spoiled child. Those are the options.
Oh, so I can't compulsively masturbate.
I'm trying to think of which one that one might fit under.
Rampage. Well, let B pick.
I know there was one near the top of the list that I wanted to pick. That as it got lower, they were less and less likely for me to choose, but I don't remember what you said. Sorry.
Okay. Alcohol and drugs. So, like a substance abuse. Stealing. Violence. Gambling. Racing. Teasing. Mischief.
Yeah, fucking alcohol and drugs.
Alcohol or drugs. You drink alcohol or take drugs until you can't remember or care.
No, it's not cool.
Oh shit! Speaking of, I gotta go take my meds. Be right back.
All right. Well, while we're at him, let's go ahead and do the weapon table for you two. So roll a d6.
Do I get to choose the type of drugs that I'm doing and stuff?
Yeah, that's fine. What do you want to be addicted to, sir?
Huffing paint.
Okay.
Wow. You really picked a classy one.
Well, and you know what's funny? So, Keith, your weapon of choice is either a vase, a bottle, or a pot. Whenever trouble happens, you grab something suitable from around the mansion and wave it around or throw it, such as a vase or a bottle or a pot. Now, Jewel, your weapon is a whip. It can be a normal whip, cat of nine tails, metal whip, your choice. Just some kind of whip.
Now, am I restricted to vase, bottle, or pot, or is it anything that I could get my hands on around the mansion?
Anything you could that's equivalent to the size of a vase or a pot.
Okay.
But this is anime, so you could really throw a 10-ton vase on somebody's head. Totally feasible.
My character is getting cooler and cooler.
I know, you lucky son of a bitch.
All right, sorry about that. What
Even
I
the
missed.
binge eating is like whatever.
Roll a d6, and we're going to determine what type of weapon you have. And weapons are more for flavor because, again, combat in this is done as a versus stat thing.
All right, well, tell me what Keith and Kelly got first.
Jewel got a whip, and Keith, he basically grabs vases or pots that are around the building, chucks them, or uses them as weapons.
Are you fucking Link or what?
Yeah, and don't let me in Pottery Barn.
Searching for the rupees. Roll again. So, Braver, your weapon, when a fight breaks out, you pull out a big-ass bazooka.
Whoa.
It's awesome.
Arm to the T.
Bazooka versus pot. Who's gonna win?
Yep, so on your character sheet, it's actually made weapons is on the right in the middle.
I typed in bazooka, right?
Yep.
That's good. Okay.
All right, next step. Step 6, made power. So look at your guys' character attributes and find which one is the highest. If you have two that are the highest, well, actually, let's do this. If you guys add up your attributes, do any of you get over 9?
Yeah,
Yes.
way over 9.
Yeah.
Okay. So all three of you are going to actually get 2 made powers. And the way that made powers works is it goes based off of your highest attribute.
Well, wait, hold on. What I'm reading in step 6, it says if you attribute as 9 or less, you can choose 2 made powers. Or
Oh.
you just like flipping the rules.
Thank you. You are correct. You're all going to get
Oh,
one
to make
made
up
power.
for it, yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Makes it easier. All right. So everyone roll. Well, first, let's do this one at a time. Joel, what is your highest attribute?
I have 3 tied at 3.
Okay. So let's see. Go ahead and list out in the chat what 3 those are. And Keith and Braver do the same thing. If you have something that's tied, list all those out. If you have one that's higher, just list that one. All right, we'll start with Braver first. Braver, roll 1d6. All right, your highest attribute is will, and on a 3, your made power is persistence. Whenever you take stress, you can automatically reduce the amount by 1 point. That's actually really good. That's like built-in damage reduction, basically. Keith, go ahead and roll 1d6.
Right on.
Reroll.
Nope, because it's actually based on, there's different tables for each attribute.
Ah, okay. Cool.
So yours is skill and cunning. So you'll get an option between 2 and get to choose between these 2.
See, I was born an albino, and my parents abandoned me, and that's why I'm a bastard.
That makes sense. All right, so for cunning, the option is coercion. If you win a roll of cunning versus athletics, you can completely damage or tear off someone's clothes, even accidentally.
We're tearing off each other's clothes.
Well, and think about that. If a maid uses her uniform, she gets penalties.
Right.
And that also goes for NPCs who might be maids and stuff, too. Or, an
Okay.
enemy just
Oh,
gets
there are other
super
maids,
embarrassed
too?
and runs away.
Yeah, this is totally anime based.
And let's see, skill. I can't find. Where is skill? There it is. 3, lie detector. By taking 1 stress, you can make other players or a master admit if they've lied.
I think I'm gonna go with the clothes ripping.
Coercion.
Lie things sound pretty good to me.
Well, that's fine for your character.
All right, Joel, go ahead and roll 1d6. Four. Okay, so you get a choice between 3 different options. For athletics, you can have a weapon from nowhere. You can pull your weapon out seemingly from nowhere and get in a surprise attack. If you make a surprise attack, you get to make an attack roll without the target getting to make an opposed roll, which basically means they take the full brunt of the damage.
Okay. What's option 2?
Option 2, for cunning, is trap. Even if you aren't there at the time, you can have a trap prepared in advance during a battle. And what was the last one? Will?
Yep.
Same as me, persistence.
Nope, his is tenacity because he got a 4. He got a 3.
Oh, okay.
Tenacity. Even after being defeated in battle, you can take 2 stress to get to your feet.
Say that again. Go ahead.
Even after being defeated in battle, you can take 2 stress to get to your feet. So, like somebody knocked you out in a ring or something, you could get right back up.
Yeah.
Think of it like the extra 15 hit points you used to get as a berserker, but even if it kills you and the berserk wears off, you get up.
I'm gonna take the first strike one.
Weapon from nowhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kelly's character is kind of badass.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, next step is favor and spirit. Your starting favor is equal to your affection score times 2.
That seems to be in there automatically for me.
Yep.
Good.
Same
And
with
your
our
start
stress.
at spearing is equal to your will score times 10.
I got more spirit than anyone.
So those should be in there already.
But you look really weird.
Step 8, final step. Finally, write down your maid's name and age.
How do we figure their age?
Do what?
Do we just whatever we want their age to be?
Whatever you want it to be. While you guys are thinking about that, I'm going to go use the restroom and be back in just a few minutes.
I gotta make a cigarette.
You're gonna make a cigarette?
Yeah.
A left-handed type?
I don't know your fancy words. I'm gonna go roll a cigarette. Be right back.
Excuse me. All right, I'm back.
I'm still here.
He went to roll a cigarette.
I see we have a Mixu.
That's me.
How old are you, Mixu?
I am 19.
Okay, good. Jill, did you come up with a name and age yet?
Yeah, how do I changed it on my character sheet. I don't see it anywhere else.
Oh, you have to hit the edit button and then go into the nuts and bolts of the character sheet. Edit's at the
There we
top
go.
right. How old are you?
It's none of your business. Don't make me use my whip on you.
Are you over 10?
Yeah,
Okay, that's all
23.
that really matters to me.
I wish I could take that out of context.
That'd be horrible. Yeah, take a sound bite of that.
yeah.
Put that on the forums.
I will be YouTubing botting this, so you could.
I'll just attribute a random quote to you that says, "Are you over 10? That's all that really matters to me." Dash Steve.
It's messed up, man.
That's all that really matters to me. I don't feel well. I don't care.
Braver, did you come up with a name and age yet?
He might still be rolling a cigarette.
Ah,
Why can't he roll a cigarette at his desk? God.
Alright, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Just waiting on you.
Oh, sorry.
You determine your name and age yet?
I sure did.
If you click edit on the top right of your character sheet, you can assign your name so that you can function under your name.
Also change my name from Braver's Maid to my maid's name.
Yeah. And then underneath in the chat, menu, if you go to as, you can choose to speak or, roll or whatever, emote as your character.
Say that last part again.
Oh, if you look at the bottom of your chat window where it says as, you can click the drop down and choose to, do all roles and speech through your character.
Can I just stay on Winter then?
Huh?
Can I just stay on my
Winter?
character's name?
Yeah.
She's an albino, dude. Winter's perfect.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that was your character's name. I'm like, who the fuck is this Winter?
I thought it was a little classier than Snowflake.
Snowball.
Ew.
There's nothing classy about an albino that'll do anything for money.
Snowball.
Snowball.
Snowball just reminds me of Sal, and that's disgusting.
It reminds me of Clerks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clerks too.
In a row?
No, Clerks 1.
Yes, that was just about to say Clerks also.
I mean, sorry, but that was from Clerks 1.
All right. So, who's ready to get started?
Yay, me.
So,
All right.
just as a recap, let's go ahead and have each one of you tell me a little bit about your maid, and what the things that we rolled up and stuff. So, we'll go ahead and start with Keith.
Alright. Well, my maid is an orphan princess who has dangling chains on her beige uniform. Puff paint.
Just throw that into conversation. I like to wear beige uniforms. I huff paint.
I have the power of coercion. I like to throw vases, bottles, and pots. My
Only
name
when
is
you get
Mitsu.
stressed out, though.
Only when I get stressed out, yeah. I have indigo eyes, purple hair, and I'm 19. I'm also a cool, calm, collected heroine. Hold up 1 second. I gotta go kiss the lady goodnight.
Okay, good timing. Joel, you can go ahead and tell us about your character while he's doing that.
My character. Hold on.
My name is Arata Jin. I'm a sexy heroine that wears stylized suits and metal armor. I'm a necromancer that hates myself for being a necromancer. And when I get upset, I eat lots of stuff. Preferably.
That's it.
Very nice. It's a little hard to understand you when you're using that voice, but I got it.
It's
Is
pretty
it? Okay.
funny.
How old is your character, Joel?
23.
Okay. And Braver, tell me about your character.
Alright, my character's name is Winter. She is 21 years old. She's a bastard because she's an albino. She cries a lot when she's stressed out. She grew up on the streets, so she's greedy. She likes money. She'll suck dick for coke. Her clothes are
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
coin. Yeah, let's go with coin. Wears green clothes, has metallic eyes, and indigo hair. Which would actually look really fucking sweet on an albino. Oh yeah, and she's persistent.
Very nice.
And carries a kick-ass bazooka.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, so I really don't want to tell you more about what we're getting into until Keith gets back, really. But let's do this.
All right, I'm back.
Perfect timing. All right, so this scenario is the Mansion of the Demon King. And you guys are all part of this mansion. It's a great dungeon in the far north of Eastern Galarian, in the Forest of Spirits. And if you guys know anything about any of my other campaigns, this is actually part of my Pathfinder campaign. And the mansion you're in is known as the House of Withered Blossoms. And if you're looking at the map, that area is in the top right yellow triangle. But you guys have never really left the Forest of Spirits or this mansion, because there really hasn't been that much of a need for it. I mean, you're taken care of by the Demon King. He's your master. All life is good. To the north of your mansion is the Crown of the World, which is this endless expanse of snow that combines the eastern and the western continents that sometimes trading caravans cross. And to the south are the eastern kingdoms that are known for samurai and civil unrest. They're very, very oriental based, which kind of makes sense on you guys being in this kind of pagoda stylized mansion. But you don't really care about the politics. Your really concern for you guys has been maintaining the dungeon as best as a maid can maintain a dungeon. Now, the dungeon in this mansion has 10 floors. The first floor and above, which is a stylized pagoda that's snow blanketed, and all throughout the year there's snow on it. It's basically constantly snow covered. There's floors above, but you guys really haven't been really involved with that. That's actually owned by a separate entity. You're really only concerned with the 10 lower levels of the dungeon. And the pagodas, it hides the more sinister entrance to the basement below. Now, the mansion itself was built more than a century ago, and all of the Demon King's treasures have been locked away in this mansion. So there's tons of treasures he's put here protecting over time, with a lot of monsters and traps that you guys have kind of been partially responsible for maintaining and upkeeping as the Demon King's mages. Adventurers tend to avoid this kind of high-risk, low-return proposition. Now, the Demon King, he once served over these monsters, and you guys worked as secretaries, but the Demon King disappeared, and it's actually been about 10 years that he's been gone. So with him gone, you guys have been pretty bored. His monsters have become pretty bored, unrestful. At the very bottom of the 10 levels is the Demon King's room, which was kind of like the dungeon control room of the center. And every day you guys would go in and about, doing jobs, persuading monsters to go, and, kind of like Dungeon Keeper, if you guys ever played Dungeon Keeper, getting monsters to kind of hang out in their rooms, feeding them, maintaining traps, things like that, to help keep appearances up.
Sure.
But it's been very, very, very boring with the Demon King gone these last 10 years. So that's kind of the background and where we're starting. There are some special rules for this scenario. Each of you, because you are working for the Demon King, actually has a special job. And I am actually going to go based on your age. So Jewel, being the oldest, and the person who's been most experienced here in the Demon King's pagoda, you are actually the acting Demon King. You're the leader of other maids and the most trusted of the Demon King. So because of this, you actually start with double the amount of usual favor. So whatever your favor was on your character sheet, go ahead and bump that up.
Where do I see? Oh, okay.
It's on the
Winning.
left,
Change it.
a little bit near the bottom.
I can't change it. A do not sign happens when I try to click on it.
You might have to go to edit.
Nope.
That's weird. There should be a box that you can just put number in, actually.
Yeah, but like I said, the mouse cursor becomes a do not when I even hover it over. Like,
Oh,
it's not made for me to
just put
change.
put it in the box below. So even though your starting favor might be 4, put 8 in the box beneath that.
Okay.
Braver, being the second oldest, You are the demon in charge, or you're the maid in charge of demonic military affairs.
That works well with his bazooka.
You're in charge of monsters, and you can automatically win a roll against a monster if it is using an attribute of 2 or less.
Sweet.
So basically, fodder monsters, and actually it totally makes sense. Yeah, really like little imps and stuff that aren't really that strong, you basically can always win against them.
Right on. Do I write that down anywhere?
I would put this probably underneath either notes or even special qualities. Either one, really. Probably notes. And Keith, being the youngest and the least trusted of the maids, because you're newest to the ranks, you were made the chief of security. You are in charge of traps.
Cool.
You gain traps as a maid weapon and get a +1 bonus to skills for rolls dealing with traps.
Cool.
I accidentally went back in my browser, so in my notes I put can automatically defeat weaker monsters. So what's the title and what's the attribute I can beat?
If they're using an attribute less than 2, and you are in charge of demonic military affairs.
Rock.
Oh no, where did I put? Alright, give me just a second.
Damn it. I'm really sorry, but I need a second too. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Okay, that's fine. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, guys.
But
Okay, be right back.